Now, you're probably wondering what in the world is going on with all of these balloons. Well, it's long been a mission of mine as a mortgage banker to bust certain myths about the mortgage process, about buying real estate, etc. And I came up with a really good name for what I was going to call this series, but just to be sure, I checked with my counsel at Anderson. They informed me that the name I selected was in fact a very popular television program and that it would not be wise to use that same very popular show name for my mortgage YouTube show. So I have settled on a lesser name, but we're going with it. Myth Poppers. Myth number one. Well, I'm really not liking the one that's right in my face, so we're going to go with that. I should put down the largest amount I can afford. I find that a lot of these rules of thumb kind of like they have their heart in the right place. The problem with rules of thumb is it makes it seem as if there's some sort of general advice that's applicable to virtually everyone without regard to who you are, what your finances look like, what your debt looks like, what the property looks like, what the property may need after you move into it. It puts an emphasis on one aspect of evaluating your mortgage options. Now, of course, there is a value in limiting the amount of mortgage debt that you're going to take on. I am not one of those mortgage people that says you need to maximally leverage every piece of real estate you have and be in a huge level of mortgage debt because mortgage debt is, good debt. But fundamentally, the right down payment for you is the right down payment for you. And that's something that you can rely on a mortgage banker like me to actually walk you through the different options. When looking at your down payment options, I'm going to underline the word options. What you should do is, in your opinion, come up with the highest amount of money that you think would still leave you in a comfortable position after you close, whatever that number is. Take that number and actually work backwards to lower down payments. Once you have the numbers, you can make a truly informed decision where you weigh kind of the pro and the con. Pro of putting more money down is a cheaper payment. Con, maybe I won't have enough money left over to refinish those floors because they're a mess. I strongly recommend all of my clients to focus not just on getting to the closing, but to think very, very deeply about what your financial condition is going to be on the day of closing and beyond. Stretching yourself to put too much down, putting yourself in a position where you're not going to be able to meet your other financial goals after the closing is a very, very bad idea. Rules of thumb like this can influence people in that direction at the risk of damaging the other goals that they're working on.